Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine. Last class we completed BRS. I have asked you to do questions. Have you tried? Tried or not tried? Not tried? You'll try it after exam? After exam. After IC exam. Today. Okay. Okay. NPO you have done questions? NPO balance questions you have done? Not done? Not done. Okay. What about test? How was the test? Test number 5. Test number 5. I hope good only. Question was the good only. I don't think so. Question was complicated. What do you think? The question paper was complicated. Respond. Not complicated. Have you gone through the solutions? Have you identified your mistakes? Any doubt in that? Do you want to discuss some points? At a one point, physical verification, I understood you are finding difficulties. Correct now. So what I will do when the entire syllabus will be completed, I will concentrate some. I will give you some easy method. I'll focus on that topic once again because that is important from examination point of view. One question may come for physical verification. So after completion, I will concentrate once again on that topic. Correct. Apart from that, physical verification, I hope with solution you have understood. When you have read the solution, you have understood. I think doubt is not there after reading solution. You have understood your mistake. Correct now. In accounts ये होता है with suggested solution you will be able to understand where you have done mistake, but you need to understand why you have done that mistake. Correct now. Physical verification वाला point को छोड़ दो. Apart from any question you have doubt means after reading solution you have not understood. And from my point of view, apart from question number 1, the other questions were not difficult. Question number 1 is also not difficult, but I understood because थोड़ा सा complex है वो to understand plus minus minus plus. So don't worry about that. I'm with you. You are with me. So at the end of syllabus, we'll do once again come to that point. ठीक है? चलेगा? Apart from that, any doubt? बोल. Not no doubt. हाँ? अरे when I am discussing, see me. हाँ? Don't see there. Everyone see me. Everyone see me. हाँ. आंखों ही आंखों में प्यार हो गया. बोलो. Any doubt? I'm not asking you. Any doubt? Good. Exam was good. Huh? No doubt. Have you gone through the solution? Have you gone through the solution? Yes, sir. When? हाँ बोल. Yes. First one. First physical verification छोड़ दे. Apart from physical verification, you can ask any doubt. Physical verification once again I will take at the end. So I don't want to do any discussion on physical verification of stock. ठीक है? Okay, because I understood you are finding difficulty on that. So we'll have a lot of practice, but not now. At the end. ठीक है? Apart from that, any doubt? Question number 3. हाँ. Question number 3. So question number 3 तो I have already done. This is test number 5. Already similar question I have taken in class. So in this case we need to apply retail price method. It is a retail business, so it means adjusted selling price method. I am discussing test now. I am discussing test. I am discussing test right now. So ask that only. Question number 3, any doubt? You have doubt. Okay. Already we have taken this question. So they have asked you to calculate cost price of closing stock. And they have given sale price of closing stock. It means we need to use which method? Adjusted selling price method. Have you understood that at the time of exam? If you have understood that, then so it is simple because similar question we have taken. So first, the opening stock is given. Opening stock is given. So opening stock is not given means nil. Opening stock is not given means nil. Correct. So write down opening stock is nil. Means it might happen in exam opening stock is also given. Correct. Then you need to find out cost of purchase. So cost of purchase, not purchase price. It will be 15 lakh. 75,000 minus what? Trade discount. How much trade discount? Calculate. You will calculate. I will calculate. How much? अच्छा 500 है. So that 500 also. 15 lakh 75,500. Can you give me trade discount? 47,265 minus plus. Then whatever amount will come in this will add what? So this will be 15 lakh 28,235 now. In this add 11%. How much? 1,68,106. What amount is coming? 1696,341. Then there is one expense also given. What is the expense? So 87,500 will be added now. So this become how much? 17 lakh 83,841. I don't think so in this you do mistake, because we have done many question on this. And if you are doing mistake on this, then so revision, lack of revision, I will say. Lack of revision or calculation mistake you might have done. How many done calculation mistake? Calculation mistake? Huh? Calculation mistake will do. If you will do, so no one can save you. This is guarantee. If you do calculation mistake, then I can't help you. You can't help yourself. Even God can't help you. So you need to avoid calculation mistake. Minus को minus करना, plus को plus करना. Means when you are doing, you need to be fully concentrate. If you focus on other point, the mistake, why calculation mistake happen? Because when we think about others, then calculation mistake will happen. So think about yourself, think about your exam, then calculation mistake नहीं होगा. Correct ना? For example, you are writing test and if you are thinking what others are writing, then mistake होगा. Understood? Correct. So the total become what? 17 lakh 83,841. This is known as cost of goods available for sale. Cost of goods available for sale means what? It means what? Opening stock plus cost of purchase. So this means cost of goods available for sale. What is the meaning of cost of goods available for sale? Opening stock plus purchase. Now can I say out of these some goods will be sold? So what is the sale price of goods sold? What is sale price of goods sold? 22 lakh. 22 lakh. And some goods are unsold. What is the sale price of that? 2,35,000. Okay, this become total sale price. What is the total sale price? 24 lakh. Means can I say these goods can be sold at this price? So we can calculate profit. What is the total profit? Total profit is how much? 6,96,659. So if you can calculate profit, so you can calculate profit margin on sales. So can you say this by this? So can you calculate percentage this by this? 28.09 on sales. So this is on sale. Now they have given sales price of what? Closing stock. So sales price of closing stock is given how much? 2,35,000. From this you deduct what? 28.09% of this. How much? 66,012. Correct? So this become what? Cost price of closing stock. Cost price of closing stock is how much? 1,68,988. This was the answer. How many done correct in this? Because this question I have taken from textbook and same question I have done in class. So if you have done revision also, you would have done correct. So it means you have not done revision also full, because same question I have done in class. Means you have not done revision. If you will not revise, then don't blame yourself. Okay, then don't blame yourself if you have not done revision. So how many have not done revision? Raise your hand. Everyone have done revision. Then also mistake. Huh? Then so you need to blame yourself that after revision, why you are doing mistake. And after revision, if you have doubt and you have not asked doubt, then also you need to blame yourself. So after revision, how many of you are doubt in this question? There was a doubt. Then you need to ask me why you have not asked. That is your, because every day we are meeting, and if you are not asking me doubt, then it is your mistake only. Correct now. Before exam, you should identify the area where you are finding difficulties, and who will help you in that mistake. I am going to help you. And if you will not take help from me, if you will not demand help from me, then why you have paid fees then? Why you are in the class? Better don't come in class. Better don't come in class, na? Correct? So if you are doing mistake, calculation mistake is there, I will say कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Conceptual mistake is there, and if you are finding difficulty that concept में, and if you are not asking me that doubt before exam, then who will help you? In exam, before exam, you need to be very much confident about writing the exam. Now you will become confident only when you know the concepts. Correct? Understood? Sir, after going to the question paper, I forgot everything. Why you forgot? They just tried. We have not forgotten anything. ऐसा झूठ मत बोलो. You have forgotten anything. You said now you have forgotten everything. This is only lie. Totally lie. Huh? Totally lie. You said, sir, I am not able to understand. बोलो ये. Correct? You are not a nursery student, huh? That you are not able to understand what is written in the question. I will say if you attended the class also now, then also you can attempt. So you are not able to understand the questions. That is no lie only, totally lie. You this is known as excuse. Already I have said if you will give excuse, then ICI will also excuse you. Correct? Understood? So just try to understand what I want to say. You need to realize this fact. Understood? Otherwise, there is no space in CA fraternity. We say. Correct? Understood? Understood? There is no space, not there. There is no space. You need to create that space. Understood? So please, time is very less left. Understood? You need to think about this. High time is there. If 3 chapters you are not able to revise properly, so what will happen when entire chapter will come? There is only 3 chapters now, and we have given sufficient time. ऐसा नहीं कि you have not been given sufficient time. But more than sufficient time was given for the preparation. Correct? Okay. But forget whatever has been done. I always say we should think about what from the present time. Now whatever has been done, forget it. If you have not performed properly, forget it. But now think about present and future. What you can do and what you can achieve. Understood? So next time it should not be repeated. Understood? Next time it should not be repeated. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So forget, even though you have not performed, means even though you scored 0 marks, nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. Understood? If you have not attempted any question, if you have not understood any question of the test paper, nothing to worry, provided you realize this thing that yes, we are going to do now. We need to perform more efficiently. We need to do more hard work. This you need to realize. Correct? Got it? अरे बोलो. Once again I am saying coming in the class, sitting silent and going into home will not do. Because there are many students who don't interact with me. You will not interact with me. If you come in the class, you think that you will pass. तो ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. Correct? Understood? Whatever doubt you have, because I know, because I can understand who will pass, who will not pass. I can also say अभी उठा के खड़ा कर दूंगा. Means I can say ना, that much experience I have. I'm just giving time to you. I'm just giving time. Change, change, change yourself, and don't give ICI a chance to change you. You only change. You only change. Do you find that anytime if you'll ask me a question, I will scold you? अरे बोलना रे. Will you discuss any doubt? Then I will scold you. I will not scold you. I will become happy if you ask me a doubt. If you ask me a doubt, I'll be happy. But hiding your face, going without discussing with me, will not help you. Whatever doubt, please help yourself by asking doubt. You are helping yourself by asking a doubt. Okay? Two important points. That one thing, just try to understand. If you are asking a doubt, you are idiot only for one or 2 minutes, not more than that. If you are asking doubt, what I will think, अरे इतनी तो नहीं जानती. I will say only for 1 or 2 minutes, na. But once you have understood, you are not idiot, na. But if you are not asking doubt, you remain idiot for entire life. So better ask doubt, correct, and become idiot for 1 or 2 minutes. Maximum what I will say, are you don't know this much only. However, I will not say, correct. But maximum I can say this. You don't know this much only. Why you are doing CA? This much only na. Then मन में सोचो, sir, let me pass. I will inform you. ठीक है ना? Okay ना? Your time भी आएगा ना? Your time will come or not? Then inform me, sir. हो गया? Correct. I will not say anything. I'll become happy if you are asking doubt, but you need to ask doubt. Can we start a new chapter? We'll start with chapter. So chapter number 8. Partnership account. Acha, any more doubt in this test? I forgot to ask. Apart from question number 1, leave question number 1. Apart from question number 1, any more doubt? No doubt? Okay. Partnership accounts. Now when I am saying partnership accounts, there are 3 parts in this chapter. One is known as preparation of financial statement for partnership. The partnership, I hope you all know, because same syllabus was in your class 12. So you all have done partnership account. I will be just doing revision for that, because that chapter which carry I think 20 marks question used to come in class 12. So everyone have performed good only, and you all know about partnership account, correct? Means right now we completed proprietorship when there are 2 or more than 2 part person who is doing business together, that become what? Partnership, correct now? Correct. So can I say partnership is also one type of business? For any business will prepare financial statement. The first journal, then ledger, then trial balance, then financial statement. So accounting treatment remains same. Whatever we have done in proprietorship, same thing will prevail यहाँ पर. There is nothing change. Journal, ledger, trial balance will remain same. So in case of this, we need to prepare first journal, ledger, trial balance. That to be remain same. So in final account, what we are preparing? So in final account, we are preparing. First, we are preparing what? Trading account. So you all know trading account. You all know trading account. Then what? Profit and loss account. You all know profit and loss account. Then there is one more account that is known as profit and loss appropriation account. You don't know this? Because I will assume you don't know this, even though you have done this chapter. Correct now. I have not taken PL appropriation account till now. So one changes is there, and then balance sheet. And balance sheet. So can I say, just try to understand, trading account same to same, whatever we have done for proprietorship, no changes. PL account same to same, whatever we have done for proprietorship. Balance sheet remains same, whatever we have done for proprietorship. And therefore in this chapter they don't ask what final account. Why they don't ask? Because same to same. Correct now. Only one new topic is what? This is new topic which will be done by me, because they may ask you to prepare what? PL appropriation account in this chapter. So we need to discuss PL appropriation account. But can I say PL appropriation account is a part of final account in this chapter? Means if suppose they have given trial balance, so can't you prepare trading account? Can't you prepare PL account? After PL account, what do we need to prepare? PL appropriation account. So if I inform you that, so can I say that question you can attempt by your own? Correct? बोलना yes or no? And then balance sheet, you know all asset, you know all liability. हो गया खत्म, done. So the topic is over. Only I need to teach what? PL appropriation account. Then second is known as dissolution of partnership. Dissolution of partnership. So when I say dissolution of partnership means what? Changes in agreement. It means changes in agreement. Means there is some changes in agreement. It is a partnership whenever there are two person involved. Of course, there will be some agreement. Can I say agreement is required whenever two persons are involved? Can I say in marriage also agreement is required? Means right now I am married, so there is what agreement between what between me and my wife that we will remain forever together, and that depends upon how many birth. Correct na? That depends upon agreement to agreement na. Are bola re. So can I say we have done also one contract and we have a certificate of marriage also. Legally we are married. We are legally married. Means in the eyes of government we are legally married. Means first 2 year of marriage I was not having any what certificate of marriage. So that time I was not legally married. That time I was only married. Then after 2 years when I thought of making passport, then that department asked me what marriage certificate. I mean, what is this? I was not knowing ki this was also required. Then I understood, acha, we are not legally married. Understood. So can I say, actually, in the eyes of law, that agreement is required na. And then I will say, she is my wife. She will become my wife. No na. Understood na. So some proof is required. That is known as marriage of. That is what certificate of marriage. Understood? Yes, sir. So whenever two persons are involved, what is required? Agreement is required. Two or more than two persons. So agreement will be required. Now you know contract act. It can be oral, it can be written, it can be expressed, it can be implied. Correct now. So can I say in the first whether it was implied only? It was an implied contract. It was an implied. Understood as per Hindu whatever act. It was a marriage only. Understood? Hindu Undivided Family Act कुछ है. Correct now. Understood? So as per that we were married only. So dissolution of partnership means what? Changes in agreement. Changes in agreement. So whenever there changes in agreement, this is known as reconstitution of firm. We call it what? Reconstitution of firm. Firm means partnership firm. Whenever I say firm in this chapter means partnership firm. Reconstitution of firm. Correct? So there can be changes in agreement due to four reasons. First, point number A, either there is changes in what? Changes in PSR. What is PSR? PSR. You all know about this. PSR means profit sharing ratio. Means previously PSR between partners was 1:1. Then they decided to change to what? 1:2. Change in PSR. We call it change in PSR. The agreement need to be renewed now. Agreement need to be renewed. Second, it can be due to what? Admission. Admission of a new partner means one new entry will be there. Admission. So of course, if some new partner is coming in, so we need to change the agreement. So that is also known as what? Reconstitution of firm. Third will be what? Retirement. Retirement of a partner. If someone is going out, we need to change the terms and condition. If some partner is going out, correct now. Then also we need to change the terms and condition of the agreement. This is also known as reconstitution of firm. Then last is what? Is death. Correct? Death of the part of any partner. So due to death of any partner, once again, can you see it is nothing but one partner is going out? Retirement and death are same only. Retirement with the partner going out is no more. Is correct na? Is what? Existing, and then that means he is no more, he is going to what? Upar. Correct? So just try to understand. These are the point which we need to understand ki on the reconstitution of firm, what would be the accounting treatment in the books of partnership firm, that we need to understand. Correct? Understood? So of course we need to learn how to prepare what? PL approbation account, and what will be the accounting treatment in case of reconstitution of firm. This is a part of CA foundation syllabus. This is a part of CA Foundation syllabus. Correct. However, there is one more topic which will not be applicable for CA Foundation, that is known as dissolution of firm. Dissolution of firm. You can see now I've written dissolution of firm, not partnership. Dissolution of firm means what? Partnership firm is discontinued. It will be closed down permanently. That is known as dissolution of firm, is liquidation. Correct? It is closed down. Business is totally closed down. That is known as dissolution of firm. Correct? So in this case, you can see the partnership firm is not closed down. Only there is a changes in agreement. But when I am saying dissolution of firm means what? It is permanently closed down. So what will be the accounting treatment? That also we need to understand, but not now. Correct? Dissolution of firm. For this you need to come to what? CA Inter. CA Inter. आओगे ना? Correct? Understood. Let us start the chapter. So I was just giving introduction. Let us start the chapter. So point number 1. What is the meaning? Meaning to already you have done where? In Partnership Act. So you will give me what is the meaning of partnership. बताओ. Partnership is what? Partnership is association. ऐसा है? Is a relation ना? What definition you have done as per act that I want? Is a relation. Association. Is a relation between whom? Between two or more persons, two or more person, then who have agreed to what? To share profit of business. To share profit of business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Correct? This is the definition of what partnership. Partnership is an agreement. So when I am saying partnership is a relationship, the relationship is created. Whenever there is a relationship, the relationship is created by an agreement. What is required? Agreement is required. Are you getting what I am saying? So agreement is required. Understood? Correct. Two or more than two person. So this person, whether it can be company, this person can be company, means two company can be partner. It should be only individual. Person here means what? Only natural person or artificial person also? Natural person? Means you don't know. It can be artificial person. Person likhana. Person can be natural or artificial person. Means two company can be a partner. Two company can be a partner. Correct? Understood? It can be artificial person also. Correct? Cross check, huh? Cross check with your faculty, huh? Cross check with your faculty. Okay? Correct? I'm not teaching you act right now. I'm teaching you accounts. Correct? Understood? So here person will include what? Artificial person. So one company and one individual can be a partner. Means XYZ Limited and Mr. X can be a partner in a partnership firm. Who have agreed to share profit of business, this you have understood, carried on by all or any one of them acting forward. Means it might happen there is one working partner, others are what? Sleeping partner. Means in this case when I am saying any one of them acting forward, this concept is known as mutual agency. Mutual agency. Correct? Yes sir. Chalo. I have a detailed discussion about definition you do where. So I am not going to do detailed discussion because I have not got any fees for this. Simple na. The number of partners. Can you give me number of partners? Minimum how much? Minimum is 2. Acha, 2. Maximum is what? Maximum is 50. Where it is written? Which act? Which act? As per companies. Hona. As per Companies Act. Correct? As per Companies Incorporation Rules, yes, is that. But I am not going into that. Chalega? As per Companies Act 2013. Okay? It is given under Companies Act. This is the maximum. Means Partnership Act is silent for this. Huh? Point number 3. So we have understood that we require what? Partnership agreement. Also sometimes known as what? Deed. Partnership agreement or deed. What is the difference between partnership agreement or deed? Whether they are same? Hmm? Same or different? The relation between partners is governed by mutual agreement. By mutual agreement known as what? Partnership agreement or deed. Understood? Whether registration of this firm is compulsory. So registration is not compulsory. You know, registration of firm is not compulsory. Correct? Understood? But non-registration restrict the partners or the firm to take what? To take any legal action. Have you understood this point? To take any legal action. And therefore, partnership is also required to be registered. Correct now? Understood? Means it might happen if you have not registered yourself in the eyes of court. Is some registration is required. You register by taking the help of notary public. Some notary will be given. It will be in stamp paper and notary public will sign it. It will become a what? It will become what? Registration in the eyes of court. So in case of any dispute, then this will help you in case of that court proceedings. Are you getting? So to take any legal action, registration is required. If you have not done registration, then only you cannot file a case. Means then court will not be able to help you. Are you able to understand? Because of that reason, registration is required. Otherwise, registration is not compulsory. Understood? Correct. So this was point number A. This was point number B. Okay. Now, add on. Point number C. In the absence of any agreement, In the absence of any agreement, it is quite possible, because we have understood this agreement will give many clause, which will, what is the name of the partner, who will bring how much capital, etc., etc., what will be the remuneration, what will be the interest on capital, what will be the interest on what loan, etc. All the points will be given in that agreement. But it is quite possible that agreement is silent for a particular point, correct? So in the absence of any agreement, or if agreement is silent for a particular point, following following rules will be applied as per what? Following rules will be applied as per what? As per Partnership Act. Very good. As per Partnership Act means, can I say, between agreement and act, which will prevail? Between agreement and act, which will prevail? No, agreement will prevail. Means if agreement is silent, then only will apply Partnership Act. Means what is given in Partnership Act will be applied only when agreement is silent for a particular point. For example, agreement says interest on capital at a rate of 20%. Correct na? Interest on capital at a rate of 20%. Act says no interest will be allowed. So which will prevail? Agreement will prevail. Act will not prevail. But agreement is silent about that particular point. Silent means nothing has been mentioned. Nothing has been mentioned in the agreement. Then act will be applied. No interest will be allowed. Understood? Write down what are the points applicable. Point number 1, write down. No partner has the right to what? You know this point now. Whether salary will be allowed. So no partner has the right to salary. Even if he is a working partner, na? Even if he is a working partner. No interest on capital. No interest on capital. Correct? Is to be allowed. Interest on capital will also be will not be allowed. Correct? Understood now? No interest on drawing. No interest on drawing is to be charged. Are you able to understand? Correct? However, what will be allowed? Interest on loan. Interest on loan. Correct? At the rate of 6% per annum will be allowed on what? Partners loan to firm. Partners loan to firm. So if partners has given loan to firm, on that loan partnership firm will allow interest at a rate of 6% if agreement is silent. Means agreement says interest, if agreement says interest on loan will be allowed at 20%. Means let us take case wise. You will say which will prevail. Agreement act. ठीक है ना? Act to saying 6% ना? Correct. Now first case number 1, agreement says 12%. What will be allowed? 12% or 6%? 12%. ठीक है. Okay. 5% and 6% then? हाँ? 5% or 6%? देखो डाउट आ गया ना? I know how much you can understand. 5% or 6%? How many are saying 6%? So it is 5%. Are 5%. Agreement will prevail, huh? Correct? Agreement will prevail. Why more? I am not saying higher. Whichever is higher, I have said. Huh? मजा आ रहा है, अपने से ले लेते। हाँ, अरे बोल ना रे। हाँ, बताओ। 0% एंड 6%। हाँ, 0% 6%। हाँ, 0 6। How many are saying 0? How many are saying 6? फंस गया ना फिर। 0% is correct. And if silent and 6%, then 6%. And it is totally silent. Silent means silent. Like this. Silent means this, na? Nothing has been mentioned. If it is mentioned, interest on drawing will not be allowed. It is not silent, na? Sorry, interest on loan. My mistake. Interest on loan will not be allowed. Whether it is silent. अरे बोल ना रे. It is not silent, na? Not silent. Understood? Silent means silent. Okay, like this. Have you understood this point? One more point is there. Point number. मजा आता है ना जब आप. It is very interesting when you know something. Then also I am teaching some new point, है ना? Then you must be thinking what a teacher he is. Correct ना? अरे बोल ना रे. First, I know the nervous system, student. What you have understood, what you have not understood. Correct now. So I know that. So I actually play on that. Profit and loss are to be shared. Are to be shared what? Equally. Equally, na? Equally. Correct? Yes. Then I have one special note. Note, write down note. In the absence of any agreement, interest and salary payable to a partner will be allowed only if there is a only if there is a there is profit. Have you understood this point? Interest means interest on capital, huh? Interest on capital. And salary payable to a partner will be allowed only if there is a profit. Have you understood this point? Means can I say in case of loss, in the absence of agreement, means if agreement is silent and if there is a loss, then what is not allowed? Interest on capital and salary will not be allowed. इतना ही समझे, but we need to discuss something more on that because I know what you can understand. But just write down and leave it. We'll have a discussion on this. This was point number 3 completed. Now write down point number 4. Come to interest on partner's capital. So can you see we have understood one point? It will be allowed as per it will be allowed as per what? Agreement. And if the agreement is silent, if the agreement is silent, it will not be allowed. To any partners. Yes, from examination point of view, if question is silent means agreement silent, because in exam question they will not provide agreement na. If question is silent means agreement is silent from examination point of view. So when I am saying agreement is silent, so from exam point of view, from exam point of view, it means what? Question is silent. Understood? Next point. Can you see if agreement is silent, interest will be allowed only out of profit? बोलो yes or no? Only out of profit. Correct. Let us understand this all case wise. Case number one. Correct. Agreement says. What agreement says? Interest on capital at the rate of 12% per annum will be allowed even if there is what? Loss. Understood? If this is given in the question, then only can you say it can be allowed only when there is a loss. Otherwise, it will not be allowed to. If agreement means this point is mentioned where? In the question. Are you getting? So this is interest on capital at a rate of 12% will be allowed even there is a loss, means it is mentioned in the agreement. So agreement means what question na? Agreement means question. Are you getting? It means now in this case interest will be allowed irrespective of profit or loss. So it means what? It means interest will be allowed irrespective of profit or loss. Case number 2. Interest on capital at a rate of 12% per annum will be allowed. Understood? Will be allowed. Now batao. In this case, interest will be allowed out of profit, even though there is a loss. Only out of profit. Your question is silent. If question is silent means it will be allowed only out of what? Profit. Are you able to understand this point? In this case, interest will be allowed. Interest will be allowed only in case of what? In case of profit. It means if there is a loss, interest will not be allowed. Are you able to understand? Have you understood this point? Correct. Case number 3. Agreement is what? Agreement is silent. Silent. Agreement is silent. Means question is silent. Nothing is specified. The interest will be allowed at a rate of 6%. 6%. Interest will be allowed at the rate of 6%. 6%. चेक करो ताजा ताजा पॉइंट भी अदन यू फॉरगेट बताओ इंटरेस्ट भी अलाउड एट रेट 6%. दैट इज फॉर लोन. दिस इज कैपिटल. हाँ हाँ होता है. देखो ओनली हाफ एन आवर गैप भी नहीं हुआ. आई हैव रिटन दिस पॉइंट व्हेन आई थिंक 10 minutes बिफोर and you have done this point where in your partnership act. You have done this point where in your class 11 12. Then also you are confused. Correct now. It means what is lacking? Lacking is what? Lack of what? Concentration. What I am teaching? I am teaching interest on capital. You are thinking about loan. Correct now. So interest on no interest on capital will be allowed. Understood. So whenever question is silent, interest will be allowed or not allowed. Interest on capital will not be allowed now. So what is the conclusion? No interest on capital will be allowed. Now okay. I think now you have understood these three situations from examination point of view. I hope this will work. Correct. Then next point, write down in this only. What would be the journal entry? Journal entry for interest on capital. बताओ. What would be journal entry for interest on capital? Interest on capital account debit to? Huh? For interest on capital allowed. What journal entry बताओ? But this interest on capital is an expense or income of partnership firm. Expense. Therefore, all expense will be so interest on capital account debit. Correct. It will be credited to what? Partners capital account. Just write down and forget, or current account coming soon in your life. Either capital account or current account. Just write down and forget. Understood? We'll discuss what is current account. This is not bank current account. Huh? This is not account current. Account current where we have done? Bakwas, Mahabakwas chapter. You remember? Correct. So just write down and forget. Right now only think about capital account. Partners capital account. Okay. Then can I say every expense will be closed? Right now. So for closing nominal account na. We need to close this account na. For closing interest on capital. So this interest on capital being an expense will be debited to which account? Profit and loss appropriation account. Means it will not be closed by transfer to PL account. It will be closed by transfer to which account? Profit and loss appropriation account. Means in simple word, whatever is distributed to partners, whatever you are paying to partners will not go to PL account, it will go to what? PL appropriation account. The rule is very simple. Whatever you are paying to outside person, that will go to what? PL account. Whatever you are distributing to what? Partners, owner, that will go to what? PL appropriation account. So then why we have not prepared PL appropriation account in case of proprietorship? Can you say in that entire net profit belong to whom? Only one partner, therefore entire net profit was transferred to capital account directly. But here some profit will go to what? A, some profit will go to B, some profit will go to C. We need to understand how much profit went to A, B and C. For that purpose we are preparing PL appropriation account. Understood why it was not required in case of proprietorship? Because only one. Whatever is left belong to whom? Whatever profit left belong to whom? That one owner, that is transferred to his capital account. But here, before transferring the amount of profit to capital account, we need to understand how much will go to each partner, how much will distributed to each partner as per agreement only. This we are doing as per agreement, and therefore what is required? PL appropriation is required. This much you understood? If you understood, can we take one question? Example. Madam. A and B. You know A, you know B. Bolo. If you don't know, then meet A and B. A and B are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio what? In the ratio 3 is to 2. A's capital is given. How much given A's capital? 1 lakh. Capital of A. So B will also have capital. So B's capital is given how much? 50,000. Achha, sir. Then it is given interest on capital is allowed at a rate of what? 10% per annum. Calculate what? Calculate interest on capital and what? Divisible profit. Divisible profit means any profit which will be allocated to partner in profit sharing ratio, that is known as what? Divisible profit. Correct? Interest on capital and divisible profit in following situation. Oh. In which situation? Following situation. In which situation? Following situation. So what is following? That on situation number A. Situation number is what? Net profit. Net profit is equal to 40,000. Okay, sir. Then point number B. Net profit is equal to how much? How much? 10,000. Okay, sir. Then point number C. Net loss. Oh. Net loss is how much? 25,000. Correct. I have given you how many situations? 3 situations. Can we do one by one? Situation number 1, 2, 3. Correct. Understood. So can first come to situation number 1. So, situation number 1, net profit is given how much? 40,000. Can I say from this 40,000 we'll deduct what? Interest on capital. Write down interest on capital. So we need to calculate interest on capital of Mr. A and Mr. B. Mr. A's capital how much? 1 lakh. Into what? What is the rate I have given? 10%. What is the interest on capital? 10,000. Similarly for 50,000 we'll calculate 50,000 into 10%. How much it is coming? 5,000. Total become 15,000. So can I say it means partnership firm has sufficient profit to pay what? Interest on capital. So the balance will be known as what? Divisible profit. We call it what? Divisible profit. Understood? So how much divisible profit you only calculate? 25,000. This divisible profit will be allocated to A and B in which ratio? In profit sharing ratio. That is given how much? 3 is to 2. So can we allocate 25,000 into 3 is to 2? It will come 15,000 and 10,000. Yes sir, understood. जरा प्यार प्यार से पढ़ाऊंगा, ठीक है? Very slow, ठीक है? Understood? And if you will not ask doubt, I will assume you understand. The difference will be this. Understood? Any doubt? This calculation? No doubt. Means after this, let us prepare PL appropriation account. We will prepare PL appropriation account. So in this chapter, net profit is transferred from PL account to which account? PL appropriation account. So what will be journal entry? Journal entry what? For transferring net profit, what will be journal entry? PL account debit to PL appropriation account. PL account debit to PL appropriation account. Bolo, PL account debit to PL appropriation account. We write down 40,000. Correct. Then we write down 2 what? 2 interest on capital IOC. IOC means what? Okay. In exam, don't write IOC. Otherwise, you will also go to what? No, you remain in what class only, but you will not go there. You should not say. But I hope you have understood. Correct? A. So A is how much? 10,000. B is how much? 5,000. Total is what? 15,000. In exam, please don't write IOC. Huh? In class also don't write. Then we write on 2 what? Divisible profit. Divisible profit. Divisible profit is what? A how much? B how much? A is what? 15,000. B is how much? 10,000. Total is what? 25,000. And you can see this account will be closed. Correct? Understood? Correct? Any doubt? Simple. Correct. Let us come to situation number. So situation number 2. So the how much net profit? 10,000. Acha. So from this first we'll allow what? Interest on capital. Interest on capital. So A how much? B how much? Can I say rate of interest remains same? It will be 10,000 and 5,000. 10,000 and 5,000. Correct? Rate of interest is same, na? 10,000, 5,000. But whether there is any sufficient profit? No. But in the absence of agreement, interest will be allowed only out of profit. So can I say we can allow only to the extent of profit? We can allow only to the extent of profit. Can we allow 10,000, 5,000? No. So we can allow, but only to the extent of 10,000. Only to the extent of 10,000. So this 10,000 will be distributed to A and B in the ratio of नहीं गलती होता है. Just try to understand. Right now we are thinking, but right now we are discussing about interest on capital or divisible profit. Interest on capital. So right now, first always interest on capital, then whatever balance left, that is known as divisible profit. So first we'll allow interest on capital only to the extent of what? 10,000. So this 10,000 is not divisible profit. Divisible profit will be allocated in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So this actually this net profit, whatever is left 10,000 will be allocated because of interest on capital. Means it will be distributed partner as interest on capital. So this will be now allocated in the ratio of capital, or we can say in the ratio of the interest. Means what? 10 is to 5. 10 is to 5, and capital ratio also same. Capital ratio and interest ratio will be same if the rate of interest are same, and rate of interest will be same only. So can I say in this case this 10,000 will be allocated to A and B in which ratio? In capital ratio. What is capital ratio? 1 is to 10 is to 5 or 2 is to 1. Correct. Allocate. This is coming how much? 6, 6, 6, 7 and 3, 3, 3, 3. So this become 10,000. Are you able to understand? But what is the divisible profit? Divisible profit is what? 0. So divisible profit is 0. Understood? Have you understood? So this can be one 5 marks question in exam. And normally what a student will do, student will distribute but in PSR. Understood? This can be a 5 marks question. Very important point. Very important point. Because ICI know where you can do mistake. So can I say, in case of insufficient profit, this is insufficient profit. In case of insufficient profit, interest on capital will be allowed to the extent of profit. Interest on capital will be allowed to the extent of profit in the ratio of capital. It means Net profit will be distributed to partner in the ratio of capital, not in the ratio of PSR, not in profit sharing ratio. Have you understood this? Huh? What do you have understood? Why? Why? Hmm? Why? Bolo? Because the profit is not sufficient to pay entire interest on capital. Understood? Just write down. Note. Note. Correct. Madam. In case of insufficient profit, correct? Okay. Interest on capital will be allowed will be allowed only to the extent of profit. Why? Because question is silent now. Question has not informed that whether it will be paid out of loss or if the question says interest will be allowed even there is a loss, then entire interest on capital will be allowed. In the absence of question, means just try to understand what question I have given. Let us see first question. However, this type of question will only come, they will not try to confuse you. I have given interest on capital is allowed at a rate of 10% per annum and nothing is given, it will be allowed from loss or profit. It is nothing is given, means question is silent. If question is silent, act will be applied. What act says that interest will be allowed only out of profit. So insufficient profit, so that much profit will be only allowed as interest on capital. Are you getting? If suppose if it is given the question interest will be allowed even if there is a loss, then the entire interest on capital will be allowed. That is 10,000, 5,000 will be allowed now. Are you getting what I am saying? However, that question they will not ask. I know they will not ask. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Correct? Yes, sir. Write down. In case of insufficient profit, interest on capital will be allowed only to the extent of profit. Correct? That is insufficient profit will be distributed to all partners in the ratio of what? Capital as interest on capital. Means whatever is distributed is interest on capital only now. Correct? Have you understood this point? If in this question we prepare profit and loss appropriation account, how to prepare? So how much net profit? 10,000 to what? Interest on capital. A how much? B how much? 6667 3333 10,000. Done. You can see no distribution of profit. This you understood? Let us come to situation number 3. Situation number 3 is net loss. Net loss how much? 25,000. But how much interest on capital? So less interest on capital how much? No interest on capital? No interest on capital. So can you see this become divisible loss? This become divisible loss now. The divisible loss is what? 25,000. This will be shared among A and B in which ratio? 3 is to 2. Can you allocate? It become 15,000 and 10,000. I hope you have understood this point also. Correct? Any doubt? Correct. Means if you prepare PL appropriation account, so net loss will be transferred from PL to PL appropriation account. What you write on 2? Net loss now. How much? 25,000. And by what? Divisible loss. A and B. How much? Is 15,000 and 10,000. Total is 25,000. Understood? Correct? Any doubt? Simple? Then point number 4 completed. 5 completed. Interest on capital was point number 4 na. Now come to point number 5. Interest on drawing. That point number A. Can you say it will be allowed as per agreement? Point number B. If agreement is silent, then what? Interest will be allowed at what rate? Interest will be allowed at what rate? No, na? No. Interest on drawing will be allowed. What is journal entry? The interest drawing will be what? Income or expense of partnership firm? Income na? So what will be journal entry? Point number 1. For charging interest on drawing. Bolo. Bolo. Reverse journal entry. Partners capital account debit or current account. Write down current account, forget huh? Or current account debit to what? To interest on drawing. Then would you close interest on drawing? So for closing interest on drawing, what journal entry? Interest on drawing account debit to PL appropriation account. Correct. Point number C. Point number D, na? Point number D. Interest on drawing will be calculated from date of drawing to year end. Example. Calculate interest on drawing for partner A. Date of drawing 1/4/2020, then 30th June 2020, then 31st October 2020, then 1st Feb 2021. Correct. Amount of drawing 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000. Okay, so already we calculated this interest on drawing in which chapter? Average due date chapter. But in that chapter we have calculated by using the concept of average due date. Just try to understand. If only a specific question is asked, means calculate interest on drawing, so can you need to apply average due date chapter? अरे बोलना रे. Yes. Suppose they say calculate interest on drawing. So can I say normally that type of question we have done where? Average due date chapter. So I from my point of view they will inform you calculate by using average due date method. But from my point of view, even though not mentioned, can I say that chapter question is asked? So can I say we should apply which method? Average due date method. So what I want to say, if only interest on drawing has been asked, so it means that chapter. But suppose in partnership chapter, in a full-fledged question, admission question, whatever question given, it is only a working note. Interest on drawing is a working note. Then we can use by simple method. We can calculate by simple method, na? Why to do that average due date method? So here we'll calculate by individual transaction method. Individual transaction method, you remember? That also we have done there. Means whatever question we have taken for partner, first we have done by individual transaction method and then by average due date method. But what I want to say, suppose they have marks only interest on drawing for 4 marks. So can I say we need to apply which method? Average due date method. Now I don't know if you calculate by individual transaction method whether they will give marks. If I will check, I will give marks because I have not mentioned which method. But we don't know them now. Correct now? Are you able to understand what I am saying? Are you able to understand? Chalo. So in this question, we'll apply what? So can you give me month? For how many month? It will be 12 month, 9 month. Year end is 31st March now. This is how many month? 5 month. This is how many month? 2 month. Calculate interest. I have not given. Calculate interest. Everyone calculate interest. Question is given. Do it now. Calculate interest. Actually, these questions comes in exam. What interest you will calculate? बोलो 0 ना, तो write on 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Understood? Or you will apply 6%. 0 only na? Because what is not given? Rate of interest not given means interest on drawing is not allowed because question is silent. Question is, will you take 6% by your own? No. Understood? Correct. Example. Same as above. Huh? But what will be given? Rate of interest on drawing is equal to 6% per annum. Can you do now? Do it. I will not do. Done. How much? The first one is what? 60. Second, third, fourth, akka. Total. Everyone getting this? Done. Understood? Calculation understood? Then on point number E. Everyone got the same answer? If equal amount is drawn, point number 1, at the beginning of each month. Have you done this? Where you have done? At the beginning of each month. Then interest will be allowed for how many months? बताओ? Then interest is calculated for how many months? बोल? For 6.5 month ना? This is one shortcut, huh? Shortcut. Shortcut. Mathematics shortcut. Have you done this type of information in your class 12? I hope you have done. If not done, so we are doing. Correct? Understood? Then point number 2 you will say at the mid of each month. बताओ for how many months? 6 months. Then at the end of each month, then 5.5 months. Very easy here. Correct na? 5.5 months. But normally in exam they will ask this only, but there is one more. At the beginning of each what? You have done. Each quarter means 4 times is drawn each quarter equal amount for how many? Arey, you know everything, Ray. What to teach? I didn't teach. Can I leave this chapter? Huh? Please allow me now. At the mid of each quarter, then 6 months, then at the end of each quarter, then 4.5 month. Correct? Miss, can I prove one? Or you don't want proof? You want proof? So I'll prove one. Balance you can prove by your own by applying mathematics. Let us assume Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. How many months? And each month at the beginning, how much withdrawn? 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Correct? Without. For this, we'll do 10,000 into what? Let us assume 10%. Can I say it will be 12 by 12 for 12 months? Because at the beginning, na. So 12-month interest will be charged or not? Arey bolna re. So we'll do 12 by 12. For this, we'll do what? Into 10% into what? 11 by 12 and so on and so on, na. Arey bol de yes. Correct. Last month will what? 10,000 into 10% into 1 by 12 and all will be added. Now in mathematics there is a rule. If this all are added, then we can make common out. So this 10,000 is common in all, 10% is common in all, and 1 by 12 is common. Are bolna re. So can I say if you want to add, so we can say 10,000 into 10% into 1 by 12 into what? 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus what? Plus 1 na. So can you give me some total of that? It is what? 78. So into 78. Now if you solve this, divide 12 by 78, how much coming? Means 12. Kata kata na. 6.5 proved. Proved na. So 10,000 into what? 10%. Should be 7.5. Coming 78 na. Hmm? Into what? Should be 6.5 divided by 12 na. But is not coming divided by 12. Take where we go. Hmm? Should be 6.5 divided by 12. 12 तो कट गया. But I am doing mistake. 1 by 12 common out na. 12 plus 11 plus What mistake I'm doing? 6.5 divided by 12 होना चाहिए. Oh, ठीक है, sorry, my mistake. Now it is proof that it is coming 6.5. Correct. Okay, okay. Now यहाँ पे गलती कर दिया. Correct ना. अच्छा अच्छा. Now I've understood what mistake I'm doing. Now चलो, I've understood what mistake I'm doing. चलो. Now so it is what 1 by 12 into 78 this came. Now can we write down this like this? Can I write down this 10,000 into what? 12. And if I write down into 12 into 10% into 1 by 12 into 78 divide by 12, same na, means I have multiplied by 12 and divide by 12, same answer will come. Correct. Means यहाँ पर भी आपने multiplied by 12, यहाँ पर भी आपने divide by 12, it will not affect the calculation. Now this by this is what 6.5, so your answer become what 10,000 into what 12, this is for entire month, into what 10% into what 6.5 divided by 12. So this will be what we are calculating for a total amount for how many months? 6 point month. So this actually I forgot, it will be 10,000 to 12 na. 10,000 to 12 na. Understood? Actually this mistake I was doing. This will be 10,000 into 12. Now proved. Proved. It is for how many months we are calculating 6.5 months. If you calculate individually also, same answer will come. If you calculate individually for each month, calculate each month, same answer will come. If you want to calculate for each month. What you are getting? Check karo. How much? First month 1,000. Second 91 91 916. Then 831. Then 750. Then 6 666. Then 583. Then 500. Then 416. Then 2 220. 333. 333. 250. 166. Total is what? Okay, last one is also there. Last one is what? What you are saying, Ray? 83 total. Total. How much? 6494. 6494. Now calculate this. 10. How much? 6,000. So the difference is coming because of what? Approximation I have taken, decimal rounding of I have not taken, because of that reason some difference is coming. But exact answer came correct. Means can this formula is correct? If we can calculate for 6.5 month, now you can, if you want to prove other, you can prove by your own in your home. Correct? But that also you will not prove, I know. But I hope you have understood the proving part. So only you need to remember what? The equal amount is drawn. Equal. If it is not equal, then we can't apply this. If equal amount is drawn either at the beginning or at the mid or at the end of each month or quarter, then we can say 6.5, 6, 5.5, 7.5, 6, 4.5. Chalega? Correct. Let us one example. You will do it by row. Example. Normally they are not asking this type of question, but I don't want to take risk. Therefore, I have given one question of this nature. Chalega? A and B are partner sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:3. Correct? A's capital 1,50,000. B's capital 2 lakh. Correct? A has drawn rupees 4,000 at the end of each month, and B has drawn rupees 10,000 at the beginning of each quarter. Interest on capital is allowed at a rate of 12% per annum. Interest on drawing is charged at a rate of 10% per annum. Net profit is equal to 2,50,000. Prepare what? Profit and loss appropriation account. Can we prepare? Calculation you will do, preparation both will do. We will prepare profit and loss, appropriation account, by net profit how much? 2,50,000. You will give me interest on capital. A how much? B how much? Then you will give me interest on drawing. Interest on drawing will be credited now. A how much, B how much. Then the balance will be divisible profit. So you need to give me divisible profit A and B. Follow. Interest on capital how much? 18,000 and total 42. Interest on drawing. Interest on drawing for A how much? It is equal amount each month. It is 4,000 into what? First you'll do into 12, correct? Then 10% for how many months? At the end, so 5.5 divided by 12. This is the calculation. For B, quarter, it is quarter na? It is 10,000 into what? 4 into 4 na? Into 10%. I've given beginning or end? Beginning. 7.5 divided by 12. This is the calculation. Have you understood calculation? Correct. It is coming 2000. This is coming how much? 2500. Have you understood? Total is what? What is the divisible profit total? Can you give me divisible profit total? How much? 2,12,700 will be allocated in which ratio? Allocate 2:3 na? Allocate. How much? Divide by 5 into 3. Divide by 5 into 2. 85,080. Then 620. Understood? Correct. Very easy. Simple. Have you understood this calculation? This question I have done only for this. However, they are not asking this type of question, but for margin of safety I have done. Correct? Have you understood? The next point. Point number 6. The partner's salary. Point number A, write down. Partner's salary will be allowed as per what? As per agreement. If agreement is silent, then what? No salary will be allowed to any partners Correct? Even if partner is a what? Working partner. Correct? Point number C. If agreement is silent, partner salary is allowed only out of profit. So it will be similar point whatever we have done for interest on capital. Means in case of insufficient profit, entire profit will be allocated to each partner in the ratio of salary. Correct na? Understood this point? Bolo. But normally they don't ask this point in exam. They ask only for that interest on capital. But have you understood this point? Correct? Have you understood this point? Correct. Then point number D. Accounting treatment. So what is journal entry for salary allowed to the partner? What journal entry? बताओ. First salary entry. It is an income and expense. What will do partner salary account debit to what? To partner's capital or what? Or current account. Now when it will come to capital, when it will come to current, that we need to understand. चलेगा? Point number 2. For what? For closing partner salary. What journal entry? Write down. PL appropriation account debit to written. Correct. Understood? 5-minute break.